Google just changed how people find business online, and most people have no idea what just happened. So here's what's going on. At Google I/O 2026, it just happened last week. Google rebuilt the search box for the first time in over 25 years. The old search box is gone. The list of blue links you've clicked on your whole life is slowly going away too. And in its place, Google now puts an AI answer at the top, reads the web for you, sums it up, and hands you the answer right there. And AI overviews now reaches over 2.5 billion people per month. AI Mode, the chat version, crossed 1 billion users in its first year, and searches in it have actually doubled every 3 months ever since. That sounds nice if you're searching. It's a problem if you own a business, because here's a number that matters. About 65% of all Google searches now end with 0 clicks. The person got their answer and never visited a single website. And when Google Full AI Mode answers a search, 93% of those searches end with no click at all. So if you read your own data, you'll see it, but your search views keep going up and your clicks may be going down. SEO folks call this the great decoupling. Your site shows up more, but fewer people actually come to it. So if you felt like your website traffic is slipping this past year and you couldn't figure out why, this is why. The AI is answering before anyone actually reaches you. Now, let me give you the one idea that makes all of this click. I call it the front door problem. For 20 years, your website was the front door, right? Someone searched, saw your link, clicked it, walked in, you controlled the door, and you controlled what they saw first. That door is closing. People aren't walking anymore, right? Google's AI walks in for them, grabs what it needs, and walks back out to tell your customer. Your customer actually never sees your front door. And they just see Google's summary of it. So the game isn't getting people to click my front door anymore. The new game is make sure the AI walks into my house and not my competitors. And once you see it that way, everything else makes sense. So let me show you what changed and what you can do about it. First change, the search box itself. The old box took a few keywords. The new one expands as you type. So you can type more questions, images, screenshots, files, even open browser tabs. People now type searches 3 times longer than before. Why does that matter to you? Because people aren't typing, for example, plumber near me anymore. They're typing the whole story. For example, I need a plumber who does emergency weekend jobs, takes card, and works on old houses in my area. The search got very specific, way more specific. Second change, and this is a big one, search agents. So Google announced an AI agent called Gemini Spark that can work in the background even when your laptop is closed. Google Search can now call businesses for you to check prices and openings. So if you're looking, for example, for a pet carer, there's a button that says have AI check pricing. The AI calls around, gathers answers, and emails you back. Think about what that means. Your customer doesn't shop anymore. The AI goes off and shops for them. And here's the part most people miss. The AI already knows about that customer. So when it searches, it doesn't search like a stranger, it searches with all their details plugged in. So say someone runs a small Italian restaurant and asks Google to find an accountant. The AI doesn't search accountant near me. It searches for an accountant who works with restaurants, handles 12 staff, knows their software, and likes in-person meetings. It searches with the full picture in mind. So the business that wins isn't the one with the loudest ad, it's the one whose whole website gives the AI the exact details that match. Quick pause here because I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, I'm too small for this, right? This AI stuff is for the big companies. It's the wrong way around, actually. This actually helps small, specific business because big general brands get summarized into mush. The specific local business with clear exact details, that's what the AI loves to pick. Small is your edge here. But it's not your problem. It's actually an opportunity for you. Now, if you're sitting there feeling behind on all this, I get it. It's moving fast. This is exactly the sort of stuff my team and I help business owners sort out every day. If you want a clear plan for your own website, one that helps you get found in the new AI search instead of getting buried, book a free SEO strategy session with my team at goldie.agency, link in the comments description, and we'll look at your website, show you where the AI is skipping you, and map out how to fix it for your business. Now, let me show you the third change, and this is where you can actually take action. So the new question is, how do you make the AI pick you? For years, the goal was clicks. Now there's a new score, which is citations. That means how often the AI mentions you in its answer. and you want to be the source that actually quotes. I'm going to talk about different ways that you can get cited here. And here's what's actually working in 2026. Some of what people sold last year was junk. So let me give you the stuff that actually holds up here. 1, answer the question first. Put a clear, direct answer in the first 100 words of your page. The AI actually scans for the page that answers cleanly. Bury your answer under 10 paragraphs of fluff, for example, and it's just going to skip you. So you have to get straight to the point here. Number 2, back it up with proof. And this one actually surprised me. One study found that adding real statistics to a page lifted AI visibility by 22%, and adding quotes lifted it by 37%. So don't just say, like, we're great. Say, we'll cut times by, for example, 30%, and then name a real source. The AI trusts numbers named sources. And number 3, keep it fresh. Most AI hits go to content posted in the last year. If you put a last updated date on your pages, or you add, for example, the date in the title, you mention the current year inside the content itself, and refresh that content regularly, that's going to help you. Old pages typically get passed over. And 4, get very specific. Don't say we're accountants for small business. It's too broad. Say we're accountants for cafes and restaurants in your city who use this software, right? Fewer people are going to search that, but if you create a blog post about it or some content about it, the thing is, you're more likely to get cited. And bear in mind, like 93% of searches don't end up in clicks anyway, right? So you want the right match, not the big crowd. The more exact you are, the easier it is for the AI to say this one fits perfectly. And 5, make sure the AI can even read you. If your, for example, robots file blocks AI crawlers, the AI literally can't see your website anyway, so it can't cite you. So just check that, make sure that you've not blocked AI agents from actually crawling your website. Now, you'll hear people online also talk about an LLMs.txt that supposedly forces the AI to read you. Google actually said itself in May 2026 that its AI search doesn't need that file or any sort of special AI markup. It runs on the same core search quality systems as always. So some people report actually helps on other AI tools, but I wouldn't let anyone sell you the idea of a magic file as a whole answer, right? The real answer is just clear, specific, trustworthy pages. That's it. Now, let me hit one more belief because it's the one that holds most people back when it comes to this. So some people say SEO is over. Why bother? And the thing is, SEO isn't over. It's not dead, for example. It just changed its shape. People are actually searching more than ever. Google said last quarter the AI searches hit an all-time high, right? The searching didn't stop. The clicking changed, and your job is now to be the answer, not just a link. The business that learn will win, right? The ones who say it's over and just quit, they're just the ones who disappear into Google as well. And here's a quiet truth from the data that should give you hope as well. Some small, specific websites are actually growing right now, even with traffic down, because they keep getting cited in the AI answers. So people see them named, trust them, and reach out directly. Being the trusted source now pays, even without the click. So let's bring it home with what you can actually do about this week. Number 1, start creating really specific content. Number 2, make sure that you're checking your searches, see whether your clicks have gone down or up since AI search has been set up. And then also I'd do a few searches around the keywords that you do want to rank for, see who's ranking and see how they've started ranking. Reverse engineer your competitors. And the front door situation is closing, whether you like it or not. The businesses that get found in this new style of search aren't the biggest. They're the clearest and most specific and the most strategic in how they optimize their website. And if you want help making your website the AI, the one that AI picks, the source it quotes when your dream customer asks, book a free SEO strategy session with my team. We'll look at your website, we'll show you what's holding you back in AI search, and give you a custom plan to help you rank your website. This is completely free. Link in the comments description, or go to goldie.agency to book that in. Additionally, if you want to get my best AI SEO automation workflows, we've tested a lot of stuff and we know exactly what's ranking. We've had some case studies that I've put out recently where we started ranking within 24 hours. So if you want to get those case studies as well, feel free to get that in the AI Profit Boardroom. Link in the comments description, or go to the aiprofitboardroom.com.